highway to Texas, and it's one of the few times I'm actually on the highway. I'm on 30, heading towards Texarkana, and then down into the Montgomery area of Texas. And it's raining like crazy. So it dawned on me that I still have a leak in my rear hatch, and I'm trying to watch that area right there to see if I've got any drips coming down. I think I saw one, but I'm going to have to pull off at the next exit and check out that rag that I've got up there, and then possibly put another rag over my sleeping bag in case it does drip, because I think I'm going to be driving through this for the next couple of hours by the looks of the radar and from what I'm seeing in the area. So probably best I don't get there and find out my whole sleeping bag's soaked and my blanket and everything. But yeah, I'm glad I remembered that now. Alright, it is really coming down, and I just can't wait any longer. So I'm going to put a spot up here that I can actually pull a bit further off the road. If I get out, I'm going to get soaked, so I'm going to have to go up and over. I got a bunch of crap right behind me, so this is going to suck. Alright, so the rag was totally dry. I could have sworn I saw some drips, and maybe it was just outside because I do have the rear windshield wiper going, so maybe it was just dripping down from the back, but it is completely dry, so maybe when I'm driving it doesn't leak, but when I'm sitting still, maybe it's the stuff I got up top just makes it drip in a way that it goes down into the channel and it just can't drain off with it. So hopefully you can hear me over all the rain. I mean, it is really coming down, and so I got cut off because my music came on when I turned the car on. So it was dry. I put a rag back there underneath anyway over my sleeping bag, so if it does start dripping, it'll at least drip onto that, and I can check it in a while. But I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Maybe that's just another thing I'll add to the list of items to work on again when I get to my buddy's place. But at least the Jeep's getting cleaned off a little bit. It was pretty disgusting, and I really needed a rain like this to clean out the wheel wells and off the sides and everything else. Because my other option when I got there is to just go to one of those pull-in car wash type things and spray this thing off. Maybe now I won't have to do that. So after hours and hours of torrential downpours and fighting the winds, finally made it to my buddy's place, and I'd say after driving few hundred miles, it's definitely a good sight, but fortunately the weather's not going to be all that great, but I think I can suffer through. Let's see if we get lucky over here. Nope. I'll have to go inside, but not a bad view at all. I could really just go for a drink and chill out for the night, which I think the plan is. So yeah, this is home for the next few days. So I'm gonna go ahead and give my buddy a shameless plug for anybody looking for a place in Montgomery, Texas on Lake Conroe. And he does rent this place out. I don't think he has much problem with it, but since I'm here, since he's letting me stay here, that's the master, and then he's got you know, bathroom in there, and then over here he's got 2 guest rooms, and the guest rooms are actually the ones that go out onto the pool deck area. So that one's got 2 beds. And this one has a single queen bed, and they both overlook the pool deck and out into the lake. And then these 2 bedrooms have, you know, a bathroom that they can share with a stand-up ceramic shower. But I was gonna surprise him with some drone footage if it got nice, but he hit me up before I could do that. So we're gonna try to come up with a good time to launch my drone and give him some footage so that he can put it on his site. But he used to have a beach house, and he sold that and ended up buying this. And I'd imagine it's a lot easier to keep clean. So there's another bathroom upstairs. It's nice to have the bedrooms downstairs and then the congregation areas upstairs to separate them. But here's your living room with big screen TV, sitting area with a nice view out over the deck, table to eat outside, which we've done, and that's the breeze off of that lake is just, it's amazing. Then you got your formal eating area, and then your congregation and kitchen area. So, very cool place. I like it a lot. So if you're ever in the Montgomery, Texas, Lake Conroe area and you're looking for a place, hit me up. I'll send you the link to this place. But this is home for the next few days, and it will be enjoyable. So it is a hot and muggy day, and it ended up being nicer than the forecast said it would be. I'm debating getting in the pool or not. Last night we were in the spa catching up, just talking, and I was gonna work on the Jeep all day today, but now I'm gonna wait to go to Walmart to pick up a few things till much later this afternoon, and then actually do some work this evening, because it is just the humidity level here. I always forget how bad it is, and it's like North Carolina. You move and you sweat, so not something I really want to do. So today is Jeep day. Yesterday was just too hot and muggy. Today it's only low 70s and there's a breeze, so it'd be much better to work on the Jeep. To rotate my tires, places that I called wanted at least $40 to rotate these tires, and that's pretty typical even for North Carolina. I didn't call some of the cheaper places that could have maybe done it for cheaper, but I don't know who to call in those situations. My buddy didn't either. So I ended up buying off of Craigslist 4 jack stands. They got 2 more back there, and I was just making sure that they would work. And I'm going to rotate them myself, which I kind of needed to do anyway because I want to check the brakes. I think I need to adjust the rears because I'm not stopping as quickly as I'd like to. So something's just not right, and I think it's just the rears aren't adjusting like they should. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I need to, on the suggestion of people about all the noise with my coil spring, and I have checked and the keeper is on the coil, however it is loose, so I'm going to tighten that down. I need to up underneath here where the exhaust manifold is and connects to one of the exhaust pipes. That comes loose on occasion. I got to tighten that twice a year. Usually when I have to tighten it, I'm not at my garage, so I don't put Loctite on the 2 bolts. Hopefully I can find the Loctite because I'm taking everything off. I'll have full access to my spare parts thing, which I think the Loctite's in there, and if not, it's in with my tools. So if I have time, I'll put Loctite on it. If not, I'll just tighten them up again. And what else? There's something else I need to do. Oh, change my oil. So I've got everything to change oil, so I'll do that, put everything back in the original container, and take it to like, I don't know, an AutoZone or Advanced Auto or somebody who takes oil. I think that pretty much covers everything. Probably a couple of other little things that I need to do, but I'll figure that out as I go. So that's pretty much what I'm working on today, and not really looking forward to it, but it's got to be done. It's the perfect weather to do it. So, and I got shade, but I've got a cover in case it rains. So it's a perfect spot to do it. So just get it done. I got all the tires rotated. I was able to, the jacks were high enough. I wasn't sure when I first got them, but all 4 of them worked. Not a bad deal for $25. But I got my rear brake drums adjusted, which is something that I wanted to do when I rotated, and said they got the oil changed out the filter, got new oil in already, and tightened the exhaust manifold, exhaust pipe. So I think other than that, I got everything done. Oh, and for the people that were wondering or suggested about my keeper on my spring, what it was is the location, or the actual plate that the screw goes into, was stripped. So I ended up putting in an oversized bolt and just tightening it down. It's a short-term fix. I'm gonna have to retap it at some point and put another bolt in there, but it was good and tight when I put that oversized bolt in. So all I did was basically restrip it. But it worked for the time being. I'm not that concerned about it. It's just a piece of plate steel holding that spring down. So if I have to re-drill another hole in the future to put something there correctly, I will, but I'll see if that holds. But that was my solution for now, and that's why I carry extra nuts and bolts. There's all my tools that I used, and then luckily in this box here I had a bunch of extra nuts and bolts, and that worked out well. So it'll work for now. I am gonna shower before my buddy gets here. I'll get something to eat and chill out the rest of the night, and then I will tackle the other 2 things tomorrow when we have nothing to do. So all right, so I finally kind of got off my ass and attempted to get this screw out of my sway bar link, and what I did is I went to Lowe's and bought the only speed out bit that they had, which was this set right here. And I didn't even have to use, so first you're supposed to use this end to start a hole, and then this end to get the screw out. But what I did is I had Deep Creep in my tool bag, or my box actually, the box I carry up top. I hit that about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours ago, let that soak. And then this C-clamp, I had that in my recovery gear bag right there. And luckily I also carry my drill. So I clamped that down, and after the hole finally started, it spun right out. So I didn't even have to use the other side of the bit, and got lucky there. So now what I need to do is actually take the one out of my other sway bar link, go to Lowe's, and then match it up, and then I'm going to have to take a look at what kind of washers in the other sway bar link to connect it to the actual sway bar, and hopefully be able to put something together that I can use, because whatever washer was in there is long gone. That fell out when the link broke. So part way there, and I think the hardest part's done now. So